Good morning guys, and welcome back to another video. A very unexpected video because I did not expect to be spending Saturday here in Singapore, but we're here, so we're gonna make the most of it, guys, and we're gonna share with you my first impressions of what this place is like. It's actually, I didn't expect it to be also my 50th country that I've been to, so it's a pretty monumental one, and so I want to make sure that we just go straight in, guys. We see what this place is all about. And yeah, so I'm doing a little bit of a walking tour right now. I just left my hotel, which is, I don't even know where to describe it in the city, but at a train stop, near a train stop called Lavender. And I'm walking like 20-30 minutes to some of like the more touristy, picturesque areas. You know, got to do some of the touristy stuff before we get into the weeds. So we're gonna cruise on over there. Let me just tell you though, this place is very, very modern, nice and developed here. Like, this is just one of the city streets here. We're talking 4 lanes here. I'm guessing that's a bus lane right there. And you know, Singapore is known for everything being in order. I can already tell you, it feels like such a clean city, and like you don't see like really much trash anywhere, which I do love that. And yeah, so it's gonna be a fun place to get our first impressions of what it's like over here. So let's head on over. So guys, I'm walking down the road here, and let me tell you this, that this place feels very modern. I even noticed as we're walking by, you can even get yourself your passport photos in a little photo booth. I thought it was a normal photo booth, but then I read the top and it says ID photos. So like, that's super convenient. It's about like 8 Singapore dollars to be able to do that. So roughly like, you know, $6-7 I want to say, which is like just a cool little thing. I can tell just like walking around this city that like everything is so technologically advanced. I mean, I'm not even in probably the most like prestigious area, but as you look around, everything is just modern. And to be honest, it is what I expected it to be. I've heard really good things about Singapore in terms of like its modern design, its layout, its organization, and like, yeah, it's let's put it this way, it's living up to its name already. Another thing, you know, I'm noticing as walking through some of these streets, you can just see that there are restaurants, just like you can expect in like a lot of big cities, just lining all different areas. Anywhere there's real estate, there's probably going to be, anywhere there's street side real estate, there's probably going to be a lot of restaurants. And it seems like, at least in the area I'm in, there's also a lot of bars for people to go out in. And just to give you an idea, 1 pint before 5 or 6 p.m, a little happy hour there, it's about 5, and then after it's 10, so doubles in price. I guess they want you to start drinking a little earlier than here. But yeah, it's cool. A lot of like convenience stores all around here as well. You can get anything you need quite easily. Just since I left the hotel, it's only been about 10-12 minutes of walking, and already I can tell you that like everything that I could need is just a short walking distance away. And I was about to cross the street, but I realized there's actually a bridge you can take to get to the other side. So this city, from what I can tell you already, it's pedestrian friendly, a lot of sidewalks, a lot of safe ways to get around. And yeah, you know, it just goes to show you like the infrastructure they have in the city. I'm sure this bridge was not cheap to build, but gets you across safe and sound. And it must lead us pretty much all the way down there. It seems like it goes for quite a while. All right, as we're crossing this bridge, you can't really see it here, but we're starting to get much closer to some of probably like Singapore's most iconic monuments, or let's say attractions. Like there's that, I think it's an infinity pool at the top of that hotel that everyone goes to. I think that's the one, don't quote me on that. And then there's the huge Ferris wheel up top. If it's open, we're gonna hop on it, but when I put it in Google Maps, it said it was closed till 3 p.m. So we shall see what we can work in, guys. Oh yeah, guys, and let me just tell you one thing. It is hot in Singapore. When I guess when I left the airport last night, it was pretty chilly because it was probably like, I don't know, maybe 9 p.m. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna wear shorts, and sorry, not shorts, I'm gonna wear pants and a t-shirt. And let me tell you this, we've got to be near like 35 Celsius or like 85, 90, 95 degrees right now. It is hot and it is humid, and so dress appropriate, let me just tell you that. What I do like about Singapore though is they do a nice job, at least from what I've seen so far, and what I've heard is like incorporating a fair amount of nature into the city. So like while we have these massive buildings surrounding us, like what's closest in front of us is just a fair amount of trees, like beautifully designed ones too, or beautifully, I guess, naturally grown. I'm sure unnaturally placed there, but that's how you got to do it. Get that nature feeling inside of the city. Oh yeah, we'll definitely be burning off a few few kgs today though, that's for sure. Guys, and one thing I should mention is that since, if you saw my last video, I didn't plan on being in Singapore today. I didn't look up anything. I don't even have cell signal, so I can't like Google search on the walk. And I'm only here for a very short period of time. So I figured this is just gonna be one of those places that I just stroll around and see what I get into, you know? There's a lot to do from what I've heard from other people. I just don't actually know what those things are. Nice part is though, guys, since Singapore is an English speaking country, it's very easy to navigate. All the street signs, everywhere you look around, everything is in English. And yeah, let's put it that way. It makes my life a little easier. And we've got a breeze coming in. We've got a little bit of shade. This is when you say, guys, life is good. And we're almost to the eye over there, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it's closed until 3 p.m. So if you're planning on going, it is a Saturday. I don't know if that changes during the week, but if you're planning on going, just keep in mind some of these opening hours. And we have arrived to the Singapore Flyer. Let me tell you, this place is dead. Nobody is here, but it is cool to see. It's massive. It stretches so high up there. Oh, well, we'll see what else we can find down this way. I did see some duck tours going past, so maybe down here we're gonna be able to find some other tourist attractions or things to do. But it's honestly really nice though right now, guys, just to stroll around. If I had even more time in Singapore, like I would totally spend multiple days just kind of like strolling the streets, because this is really how you know, get to know a place. You just spend some time cruising around and you find things that aren't always on the beaten path, aren't always on the list of things to do. And you just feel like you know a place once you've strolled through the streets. But oh, there it is. That's one of Singapore's most iconic spots over there. The flowers. I think we might have to get some ice cream though. Looks like we've got an ice cream stand, and that could be quite nice to cool down. Not sure if they're open though. Oh, in this type of weather, ice cream's probably the only thing that can cool you down. Let's see what we've got going on over here. Oh, it looks like some delicious stuff. Yum. Hello, how are you? Oh wow, we've got a lot of options. Incredibly well designed here. Oh, wicked double chocolate brownie. Could I please have one of those?
The brownie cake?
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Just one in a small cone, please.
Just this flavor?
Yep, just that flavor. Oh, actually, oh. Could I also try the Funfetti birthday cake?
Funfetti, yeah.
That's like my go-to right there, guys. You can just see all the birthday cake in there. Oh yeah, that is gonna be good. Mixed with the brownies, like this is heaven. For an ice cream lover, like you can get so many different flavors. We also have Candy Wonderland, Belgian chocolate. Oh yeah, some of my other favorites. Chocolate chip looking like an absolute snack. So, ooh, it's gonna be good. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Any drinks?
No, thank you. No drinks.
Oh, yeah, so that'll be $6.90.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, here we go, guys. I cannot wait to try it out. Oh. Oh. It just melts in your mouth and immediately cools down your entire body temperature, guys. This is the Singapore experience. Some fresh ice cream, the views of all of the things that like most people from all over the world recognize Singapore for, and delicious ice cream. Nom nom nom. And it was like 6 Singapore dollars, so maybe that's 4 or 5 US, which isn't a bad price. Like, especially, I mean, it's probably not cheap to have a little ice cream hut right here next to all of the top things to do. So probably like what I would expect to pay. I realized I think she thought I only wanted the birthday cake, but that's all right. Just means maybe later we'll have to do a little brownie stop. I guess this is kind of breakfast, guys. Oops. Sometimes you gotta have ice cream for breakfast, and I don't hate it. Let's put it that way. Oh yeah, we just gobbled that thing right down. Delicious. All right, well, now we're gonna see what else we find over here, guys. We're reaching some water, so I don't know if this is like just a river that stretches through Singapore, but It's so nice. Like, you can just see how pedestrian friendly this city is. When you're walking around here, everyone's biking around, cruising through. I'm trying to figure out how we get over there because I would love to take you guys to those flowers, but there's got to be some sort of, like, I would assume maybe walkways to get us to the other side. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna stroll around a little bit further, and then if we have to ask for directions, that's what we're gonna do, because no cell phone signal. All right, well, based on what I'm seeing here, this looks like a bridge that can get us across, so let's try it out. I think we've got a pedestrian path over there. We're getting our steps in today, guys. I bet easily by the end of this video it'll be like 20,000 steps. Quite a few kilometers have already been covered at this point. I'm assuming this is a sidewalk. It's definitely a steep one, and here we go. All right, see, guys, just goes to show no GPS needed to get around Singapore. Look at that, though. That's the one of the most well-known buildings in Singapore. It's got like that boat look up top with like the 3 towers right under, like 1, 2, 3. It's huge. Well, guys, I was just looking over this way. I think I'm gonna retrace my steps down, cross the street, and it seems like that's a way cooler bridge where like all the pedestrians and the bikers are going across. So I want to say there's some shade covering over there too, which is also a pretty convincing part for me at the moment. Otherwise I'm gonna end up frying up, don't have any sunscreen on right now. All right, I'm assuming this walkway right up here will lead us to the unique bridge. This just goes to show you, like, Singapore puts in so much effort to like make all parts of this city look so unique. I mean, we've got artists, it looks like, and then leading up here, it almost looks like some sort of concert venue is either being built or already there, which that's a pretty sweet looking concert venue, because you just imagine you got the city skyline behind you and you have some just crazy looking structures like this one right over here. It almost looks like half of a flower. I don't know if that's what its intended purpose is, but yeah, those look like they're building skylights up there. What a place. And look at this bridge right here. This is like a engineer's dream to build something that literally looks like it's a twisting, turning metal tunnel. All right, well, it's definitely some sort of concert venue, because you look up there and there are thousands of seats. And it's not a sports arena, because you can just tell kind of the way it's designed. But wow, props to you, Singapore. You made that look incredible. Guys, just look around. I didn't say anything there for a reason, because you notice, like, we're in this massive city and it's pretty quiet for a city. Like, you can lightly hear some sounds in the distance, but like, you don't hear horns honking. There's not too much traffic. It is a Saturday, to be fair, so you know, there's probably a bit less of the usual commercial traffic that's out during the week, but it's like a very peaceful, low-key city, I'd say. You don't hear cars like you will in Dubai all the time. It gives me almost like an Asian feel of Dubai. I think it's probably just simply with how modern it is, like the state-of-the-art types of structures, like you just really can't find in many other cities. And you know, the amount of time that, like, you know, the planners for these cities put in order to make it just be such a unique and exotic experience that's, you know, hard to replicate, hard to copy in other places. So look at this. Oh, there we go. We've got the coverage now. They have like glass put over this. It's so interesting how they designed it. Like, some of it's metal, some of it's glass, like a mesh metal down there. And guys, basically we've gotten to a point where I can go like right, which brings me closer to the museum, or left, which will bring me near like the massive man-made flower garden, I guess you could call it. So I think I'm gonna cut a left, because then we can wrap back around this way and come like circle around, and that'll give us like a good idea of like where like the center of Singapore, like where the tourist activities are. But like, it's just, it is a mind-blowing place when you just think about like how every square inch of this place is just thought through, you know, like built into these tiles you have perfectly aligned palm trees that just like blend the modern and nature feel together. So sick. I love this. I love modern architecture. If you guys didn't know that, it like just fascinates me what humans can do to this world, you know, on the positive side of things, like in terms of innovation and things that can be designed and built. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna cruise this way. We're gonna get a little break from the sun right here, which I'm quite excited for. Oh, would you look at this? I think it is an outdoor gym called the Active Garden. we can just come over here and it looks like just start working out. Let's check it out. The active garden is dedicated to elders and families. It features a multi-generational fitness space, an ensemble of outdoor musical instruments, fruit and vegetable cultivation. So you can literally hop on these guys. Oh yeah, and if you're not already getting enough, energy recruitment bike. Oh yeah, we can literally just get yoked in the park right here, guys. Let me tell you this though, I'm not getting too sweaty here, but it is cool to see everything that they've got. Cafe there, just a free gym. And so, what do we got over here? A little musical instrument setup. This is insane. So we can just start playing here. All right. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. Oh, actually they teach you how to do it here. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear subscribers. Happy birthday to you. All right, you know, I gotta work on that, but one step at a time. We can try one more time here. I'm gonna toss you guys up right here. All right, we're gonna try playing Mary Had a Little Lamb here. So here we go, round 2. This is why sometimes, guys, we don't do stuff on the beaten path, because you just you end up doing this. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Bum, 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 bum. Holy. All right, I'll give myself a round of applause on that one. Yeah, a little practice there, we could get something going. So that's sweet. That's something I've never seen before, like instruments. And we've got a little something going on here. Oh. I don't know how to play this one. It looks a little complex for me there, guys. But what else do we have? We have like a few different types of instruments all over here. This one, I don't even know what you call this thing. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of reminds me of a doorbell. Dun, 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 ding. All right, maybe I should stick to vlogging. I think that's probably a safer bet for me. Drop a comment if you guys think so too. Anyway, let's keep cruising around here. Gotta find the way out of here. All right, as you can see here, we are getting closer and closer to the flowers over there, the infamous flowers. I guess you're supposed to see them at night too. That's when they're all lit up, I want to say. They call it Gardens by the Bay. There we go. So it looks like a huge park. I'm not sure if we go in here, but I'm gonna keep walking a little bit further here, guys, and see what we get ourselves into. All right, well, based on what I'm seeing here, Cloud Forest Flower Dome. This way, guys, forward march. We're gonna head in and see what we can find today here. Not sure why the Australian accent's coming out here, mate, but I'll tell you this, it's because we're back in the jungle. Reminds me of Sri Lanka. You never knew when there's wild jungle fowl about to hop out. And ba-bam! We're back, guys. We're back. Look at this. This is like just another example. We've got modern architecture coming out, and like the flowers are just grown up. The plants, the designs just like meet in the middle. It's pretty crazy when you look at it like that. Oh, we're seeing our first signs of the flowers close up. We are entering the garden here, guys. I am excited. It's like something I've only ever seen in movies or TV shows. So to actually be here right now, it's kind of like, whoa, I'm actually in Singapore. Kind of shocked. Oh, all right, guys, I think we're gonna be heading into the gardens. I'm not entirely certain if these gardens are AC or what. Let's hope they are. But I don't know if we're gonna get that lucky. There's honestly so many options when you walk in. There's like the flower dome, there's the cloud forest. If I wasn't limited on time, I'd for sure go to everything. But I'm probably just gonna go and see what they recommend. Thank you. So guys, here are the options. I'm just going on the Ocbc Skyway because I'm limited on time. So we're gonna walk around this thing, and that is $8. But if you wanted to do like 2 conservatories, you'll pay like $28, which take about 2 hours. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're cruising over to the Ocbc Skyway, and yet again another McDonald's. There are a lot of McDonald's here in Singapore. I guess everyone loves the McDanklins. Can't blame them though. It is a nice little guilty pleasure. But yeah, we're walking over. I guess like there's a walkway that leads us through all of the like these massive, you know, flower structures, which would be so epic to do at night. I wish I was here at night, but I don't think I'll be able to do it on this trip. All right, looks like we're getting closer. I'm seeing a sign up there. My Indian friends will recognize this, Kingfisher Wetlands. I wonder if that's named after the Kingfisher beer. I guess we shall never know. All right, there it is, Super Tree Grove. I figured it out. They call the Ocbc Skyway and the Super Tree Grove the same thing. That's why I was getting confused with some of the signs, because sometimes I would see Ocbc Grove and then I wouldn't. All right, so it looks like here's the little 10-minute stroll we're gonna be going across, guys. Feels like we got a bit more of a breeze up here, so that's at least good news. There we go, lift to Super Tree Grove. This has got to be the one. And there it is, guys, the Ocbc Skyway up there, Super Tree Observatory. This place looks insane. Holy crap. You wonder, like, who thought of this? They're like, let's just turn Singapore into the really modern flower garden city. I love it. I love it. That's cool. Let's head on in here. Whoops, got him confused. Thought that was the one. I guess it's down this way. Maybe there's an elevator up. All right, looks like we got the elevator up. I don't mind taking the elevator instead of the stairs here, guys. I'm happy with that. Let's head up to the second floor here. Looks like they want you to keep it to about 15 minutes. All right, and welcome to the Ocbc Skyway. Wow. This is it, guys. I am very impressed. Honestly, up here you can't even hear the sounds of the city. You can hear a little bit of the construction right here, but outside of that I'm hearing a lot of birds chirping. So you really do feel like you're in like a natural garden. What a place. And it's all kind of like on a suspension bridge, so if you're kind of like scared of like walking across this, oh, like this person, it looks like they're a little worried, but I'm gonna maybe cut ahead of them, see if I could I sneak past, please? Oh, sorry, thank you. Yeah, guys, so we're gonna do a fast lap all the way around here and just get a feel for it. It's quite a cool place. If you look out here now, you can really hear the birds chirping. Or I wonder if that's a speaker. If that was a speaker, I would be like, no, you can't do that, you cannot do that. But I can't seem to locate where the birds are. Look at this though, like you don't even feel like you're in a city, guys. Like it looks like when you look down here, even though there's like modern stuff under there, it looks like it's just like a jungle down there, and then you have that main building in the whole city center over there. But like that's just the absolutely mind-blowing part about this place, is that it's just like such a hybrid of the nature and modern part of Singapore here. So very impressed. Now I get what all the hype is about. All right, well, I figured out the birds are real. Look at that thing, it's like metallic. Don't worry, little one, I'm not coming. Oh, he didn't like when I was talking to him. But we know the birds are real, that's for sure. Oh, finally, guys, we got a little natural AC. You guys are probably wondering, like, how is this bridge held up? I was just thinking that. I was looking around, I was like, there are no like pillars from the bottom. It's because it's actually hanging from all parts of the flower, like as a suspension bridge. I think you'd call it a suspension bridge. And that's how it holds it all the way. It only takes probably like 5 minutes. Not like if you were to walk from one side to the other, it takes you like probably 3 minutes. But it's cool to just kind of stroll around here, stand up, and because every different direction you're looking, you're kind of getting a different view. Like I already showed you guys the jungle down there in the cityscape, but over there we've got like the port, and on this side we got a little bit more of the ocean coming along with the cargo ships in the distance. So you get quite a few views. It's crazy actually how many boats are out there way in the distance. Like you got to be able to see at least 100 of various types of cargo ships and many different massive vessels out there on the sea. So it's really a fascinating city though, guys. Like my first impressions of this place, like I still don't even know what to think. Like it's so modern, it's so well designed, really clean, nice people here. and a lot to do, like more things than I'll be able to do in the time that I'm here, obviously, because I'm here for such a short period of time. But definitely a fun one to explore. All right, I think it's time to head on down. All right, and back down, my friends. Yeah, I'd say I really like the skywalk. Like, that wasn't any of the main exhibits that you guys have saw as I was walking past them. I just don't have the time. So if you are coming here, like, I was very impressed with this. I bet it's so impressive inside of those. And you know, I think it was 28 Singapore dollars to be able to go and explore 2 of the exhibits. So like, in my opinion, it's worth it. It takes 2 hours to go through, and you can see a lot. Really a fun thing to do. I like it a lot. So, well, let's head on over, guys. I'm gonna see if there's anything else I can show you for this video here in Singapore. One thing I do want to mention, because you guys have heard me talk about not having cell phone signal, a lot of these places around Singapore, you're able to get Wi-Fi everywhere. Obviously, it's a modern city, so you guys probably could have guessed that. But like here at the gardens, I just had Wi-Fi, so I was able to you know, check my phone, look up where I'm going to be going next, and those types of things. So just keep that in mind. Like, if you walk past the McDonald's, you can connect to the Wi-Fi there as well. So like, you know, there's many restaurants, an infinite amount that you're able to. So if you're like me and you don't have a SIM card, then you're not completely out of luck. You'll be able to make your way around it. But we got to figure out how to get out of here. Wherever the MRT is. I don't know, guys. Maybe it is this way. This way. Guys, if you're not familiar with what the MRT is, that is the metro. So we're going to be taking that. Save us a little bit of time. We got a fair amount of steps in already at this point, so I figured I can treat myself to a little metro ride. So let's head on in there. Wow. Now we got a little bridge to cross, and we're getting closer to this building. Just like I said, it just keeps going back to like my first impressions of Singapore. Just like everything is designed in such a way. I've probably said that so many times in this vlog though, guys, but like that's all I can think about in this first impression. Because like every part of the city looks so different from the rest, and so that's one thing I really like about it. And it's easy to get around everywhere. Like obviously I'm able to walk directly from the gardens where we're at all the way over to where the MRT is. Well, we just got to a walkway down to the shuttle here, the metro here, guys. So I'm assuming this has got to be it. Oh yeah, there we go. We're seeing signs. Bayfront MRT Marina Bay Sands Hotel. That's the one you want to go see if you want to get to the top. I'm sure it's not cheap to stay there. That's why I didn't stay there, but would be cool one day to experience. Jeez, this is literally like a massive underground tunnel that basically brings you safely under the busy road with traffic. And it's super clean. Mirrors kind of throughout the whole place. And most importantly, there's air conditioning, so the body temperature is cooling down quite a bit. Do not complain there, my friends. All right, well, we walked to the other side, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna climb up here, see if like there's any way we can get into the hotel. Would be kind of cool to go up there and see, but I'm not sure if you can just like walk right in or what the deal is. But hey, it's an adventure, guys. We got the time to do it right now, so we'll see if we can bring you up to the top, see what the Sky Park looks like. There we go, guys. As you can see, I showed you that in yesterday's video, but I just love that you can scan your card. You don't have to go to the station, you don't have to buy a ticket, you just scan your card and you get right on the metro. All right, here we are. We're getting on the blue line, so it's actually a pretty easy metro to navigate. All right, guys, well, I got to my final destination, so that's where I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. My first impressions of Singapore are, it is a massive city, but it's much easier to navigate once you kind of just get yourself comfortable with these metro maps. And overall, like, it's been a super cool experience, and I've enjoyed that. I somehow ended up in Singapore totally by accident, as you guys saw and I mentioned multiple times in yesterday's video. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it, guys. If you've enjoyed this one, smash that like button. If you want to see more videos both here in Singapore and all around the world, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.